There's been a lot of news going on. I guess we can start with Lonzo Ball returning.
Welcome back. He's been over 1,016 days since the last time he played.
He hasn't played a game since 2022.
2 years. Hasn't played in 2 years.
I broke it down to days. 1,016 days. He was starting to hit the three before he got injured.
Let me see him back on the court first. Let me see him back.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for him too. I'm glad he's back, but he's been gone for 2 years.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a lot of time to be missing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it wasn't his choice. It was his knee.
Injury, and then you're coming back from a knee injury. You know his game's going to be totally different.
3 knee surgeries, so he had that.
What are you expecting from Lonzo Ball, honestly? Except for him to walk back out.
He can give you a triple double. You can damn near give a triple double with your eyes closed in the league right now.
Yeah, but Ball finished his first preseason game with 10 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound, and 4 for 6 from the field.
See,
with just 15 minutes.
That's
he
good.
Did all that in 15 minutes. He only played 15 minutes. So
I mean, it's good to have him back, though. It's definitely good, and Chicago needs him.
They ain't got nobody. DeRozan left.
They still got Zach LaVine and Kobe.
LaVine is about to get bounce.
Yeah,
LaVine gonna find his way to LA somehow, some way. Nobody's trading for him because he got injury issues as well. So LaVine's gonna be gone. Kobe White's still there. I mean, he's a veteran on the team.
What's the big boy down there?
I ain't mean to cut you off. Let me tell you why you didn't even hear nothing about LaVine, because he said
white boy.
He said in his
Overseas.
interview, he said he's the oldest on the team.
Who, LaVine?
That's what Ball said. He's the oldest on the team.
He might be.
He probably is.
He possibly could be.
He might be on some Grand Hill shit and get an extra couple years.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of young. The Bulls are super young.
But LaVine been in the league before Ball. So the fact that he says that's telling you LaVine's not even part of the team. They're finding a way to get his ass up out of there.
Man, they've been saying Zach LaVine been leaving Chicago for 3 years now.
He hasn't played.
Yeah.
They've been saying he's been leaving Chicago for 3 years. We'll see.
I mean, I'm not upset at that. And then you got your boy Paul George. It's not as bad as it looked when he hyperextended his knee. They said there was no long-term damage, right?
Hurt players are going to be hurt players.
Yeah.
I mean, as a Sixers fan, we just wish for the best. We'll see. Hurt players are going to be hurt players, though.
Yeah, so it just looks like it's a bone bruise in his left knee. So it's not as bad.
Not bad, but we'll see.
Yeah, and it looks like this injury is the hyperextension located, resulting in a bone bruise of the knee. And the average time lost for a knee bone contusion is 14 days. So it sounds like he avoided a serious injury. So this looks like maybe 2 weeks.
But this is a bad start.
Yeah.
This is a horrible start to the season. Like, you're already hurt. Like, the season ain't starting, you're already logging injury minutes. Okay.
It's just 2.
That's Philly. That's Philly sports for you.
You talking about Paul George, who cracked his goddamn calf in the Olympics?
Yeah, but nevertheless, I mean, look, it's sports. Availability is the best ability it is.
Oh,
hell, y'all gotta worry about
the Clippers.
Yeah, you gotta worry about MB being there. It's goddamn.
Yeah, you got 2.
He talking about they ain't gonna do him. They ain't gonna give him no more back-to-backs no more. So yeah.
Look, like I say, we know what we gotta do. We think we know what we have to do to have a good season in Philly. I'll wait to see. Paul George hurt already. I'm really surprised.
Embiid is not going to live up to the hype, and Maxey,
I'm not going to say that.
Star of the team,
I'm not going to say that. Like, Embiid he's still unstoppable. Let's not get it confused.
Yeah, but if you just said availability.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. And I know the Clippers are smiling because they got rid of an injury-prone person for another injury-prone person.
This boy ain't ever played.
Hey, you talking about somebody fleece an organization.
He's the Deshaun Watson.
Kawhi fleeced the Clippers.
Yes, he did.
He fleeced. He just signed a 3-year max extension.
Did he fleece the Clippers or the Clippers fleece themselves?
He fleeced them.
Because Kawhi hasn't played since he signed with LA.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Exactly.
So you're going to re-sign him again?
Yeah.
Are you fleecing yourself or did he fleece Shaw?
I believe it was both.
Because he
He that's true, but when you
been there.
that's true, but when you opening up a new arena, you need a star player there.
True. So they, like you said, they both fleeced themselves because they knew he hurt.
They hoping James Harden can come in and be
James
close.
Harden's supposed to be in shape, but they say this every year. They say Ben Simmons is shooting jumpers. They say this every year.
Ben Simmons will dominate. Harden will win. Everybody lies.
Yeah, like they say these same things every year.
Damn shame. Okay.
Am I surprised Kawhi's hurt?
No, that's a given. That's like consistent.
Maybe he hurt earlier than I thought he'd be hurt, but am I surprised he hurt?
Same person that was going to get on the Olympics. I had told him like, Kawhi, nah, man, you can't be doing that. You need to sit your ass down.
Clippers management like, no, you don't even play for us. What you gonna play? Play ball somewhere else for this craziness, bro.
He hasn't, like I said, he hasn't played since that Toronto series.
All I keep harboring to when it comes to Kawhi Leonard is remember that commercial they had when he was in the 6'4" with the crown hanging on the mirror and stuff like that. That's the only thing I keep going back to when I think of Kawhi and how you haven't lived up to none of this nonsense.
I'm glad the Lakers didn't get his ass.
Like the Lakers were fighting for him.
Exactly.
Remember?
I'm glad we did not get that one.
Oh my boy, Kawhi Leonard is.
And they had a stacked Clippers team.
How long ago was he in Toronto? How long ago? 4 years?
4 or 5 years. Yeah, because it's
That's when you got to go back.
Yeah, it's about 5. It's been about 5 years.
That's when you go back to actually remember him actually being on the court playing because.
Actually, longer than that because they won it 1 year, and then the Lakers came back and won it in the bubble.
You can't recently think of Kawhi playing basketball. I can't remember seeing him in a game. I think about it.
Nope.
What's your Wizards going to do this year, dog?
Not a goddamn thing.
Are you?
What about your first round pick?
Optimistic at all?
What y'all first round pick?
He was hype about that.
Bro, I'm watching the preseason.
I remember he was super hype about that dude when they drafted him.
What happened?
Nothing. I'm gonna watch him, and he's still gonna be rookie of the year. But we still gonna.
What's his name? Sarr?
Alex Sarr.
Yeah.
You say he gonna be rookie of the year?
Sarr.
I don't know. That boy, his teammate down in Atlanta might be it.
The Sarrs. What's my boy? The Sarrs Kuzma combo getting ready to be hot this year.
I mean, they're still gonna be the duo of all duos. But,
okay.
I mean,
What's that? The 4 and 5 right there.
Sarrs to Kuzma.
4 and 5.
Yeah, they're going to be because Kuzma,
Or 3
he ain't
and
never
4.
seen a shot he ain't like. So he definitely.
Hey, don't hate on my man. I'm mad we
All-Star
gotta
five
get.
this year.
I'm mad we gotta get rid of him.
we got Kuzma. We're gonna have Sarr. We gotta have old hoe ass Jordan.
Jordan
I
Poole.
forgot about
Yeah, Jordan Poole.
He was the talk of the league about 2 years ago.
Yeah, he got punched in the face. Now you see why he got punched in the mouth because he jumped all that in his mouth. He got there. He got his bag and he been trash.
Who's y'all big man?
Sarr.
Sarrs, Kuzma,
and we're
Poole.
gonna have to live and die by Sarrs. And who else we got?
Who y'all guards? Besides Poole. I mean, he gonna be shooting. Somebody gotta give him the ball to shoot.
I think he was playing point, but
He just gonna come down there and shoot. Okay.
Yeah, it's not looking good. And aside from those are going to be.
Who's y'all damn coach?
I don't know. We got
Valanciunas.
Valanciunas.
Play my boy. Don't play my boy.
We got
Valanciunas.
Kispert. We got Malcolm Brogdon. I forgot about that. Bagley 3. Sadiq Bey.
Y'all got a
Bagley trash.
I know.
He played for the Sixers.
I know. Yeah,
He was
but
injured. Everybody that played for the Sixers was
Don't
trash.
worry about it. Like, we got all the Indian. He trash.
That's when y'all was going through the process that y'all still is in.
yeah, y'all process was trash.
That's
Y'all
what it
went
was.
through like 5 number 1 picks and only kept.
Look,
Actually, more than that.
We
For real.
took Nerlens Noel. I knew what we were doing wasn't right. So it is what it is. Like that's if you're a sports fan, I mean, as a Philadelphia sports fan, I understand these things. I understand this disappointment, heartache as a Gamecocks fan. But you know what?
This man just
Stop.
got on me last week about my team. I got LA. I got LA.
Right. You know what? I held off. I was going to do it.
Who y'all think gonna win it? Who gonna win it, Rookie of the Year?
There ain't that many people playing.
Give me Edie.
Edie?
I know it's out of nowhere, but give me Edie.
I'd rather go.
Give me
I'd
Edie.
rather go with your boy on Atlanta, the center from France, from Atlanta. And the reason being is because he can shoot a three, and he can do the pick and pop, pick and roll with.
Who was the number one pick this year?
Third.
Sar.
Sar was number 2.
Oh, it was Atlanta. Sorry, Atlanta, the center I was telling you about.
Who is he?
I don't know his name, but he's out of France. Him and his boy Sars was teammates on the French national team.
That's about it. That's all.
So, but I know he played forward the 4 and 5, and he know how to shoot a 3. So when it comes to him and Trey Young, they're gonna do the pick and pop, pick and roll.
The start, Edie's going to, because his numbers are going to. You got Marcus Smart and Jackson.
But
plus, you're going to be getting all the rebounds.
So what are you gonna do when you go up against Chet and then when he got to come out on that 5? He got to come out on that perimeter. His feet ain't that. His big
that's
ass.
cool, but he ain't got to play Chet and them all. He gonna have Edie.
We got more. We got
Rookie
more. We got more. I'm going with the number 1 pick and one out of Atlanta.
Can't even announce that boy.
You're right. I can't, but I know what squad he played on.
It's only gonna be one of those 2 bearing injury. That's it. There ain't nobody else.
Cause Edie Ja going to be back. He going to be shooting a lot. It's going to be a lot of rebounds. I believe Edie's double easy.
Okay, so what about excuse me? What about your most valuable player?
SGA.
Luka. You know, I'm hesitantly saying that because if Luka has not got in the gym and built his body up, then it's gonna be the same shit. He get to the playoffs, he gonna be
Embiid is my pick, but
he ain't gonna get it because he can't do back to back.
Jokic.
That's a good one.
Jokic is going to dominate like he always does in Denver.
Well, he got a different squad now.
How different?
He's
going to be shooting the ball. He's going to be grabbing rebounds.
What? Just Russ? Russ is the only.
They lost some pieces.
Definitely Jokic. Now
they lost CP3. Not CP3. They lost Caldwell Pope. They lost some pieces.
Jokic.
You got Jokic. I say Luka.
If it's not Embiid, it's going to be Jokic.
So which one is it? You only got 2 or 1. This is why I say Embiid's not gonna get it because he can't do back to back. You're gonna miss some more games.
Oh well, then if he can't do it, I'm definitely.
You already they have a numbers count on how many games you had to play to qualify.
Most improved. Or who's the player
you got most improved? You got most improved, man. You got 6 men.
Who's the player you're looking for?
Stay on the most improved. Stay on the most improved.
Well, I'm going with the dude from Orlando. I think he's
which one
into the MVP conversation.
Come on,
Pablo.
Pablo.
I think that boy's nice. I think
he good.
I think he's nasty.
So
he's big. He's got all the tools.
So why would you say most improved though? He was doing this thing last year, All-Star and everything. So he wouldn't be most improved.
I think if you make it a leap into the MVP conversation, I think that.
Okay, in a sense, yeah, but when most people think about most improved, is usually like your game.
Yeah, I know what you're good.
And his game has always been top 20, 15, top 25 numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't consider most improved. You would have to go Paul George.
I'm going Ball.
Oh, Ball.
I would go Ball.
You can say Ball. I would say
over under. Mm-hmm. Do the Ball brothers play over 45 games this year? Both of them.
You talking about together?
That's
over.
They both
that's over.
Both of them get 45 games.
Over. I say over on
okay.
that. Let's say most improved. Let's stay on that. I would say Damian Lillard because Last year, yeah, because last year was kind of the Dame that we normally see him over in Portland. He kind of took like a little.
Well, then
dip.
how is that an improvement? That's a fall off.
Well, it's an improvement because he switched teams. He was the man on when he was playing to a team that he's not considered a man. He's not the man, and he had to learn how to mess with another all-star champion. You know, Wemby can be most improved off his rookie season. What about six man?
Oh, Nas. If Nas ain't starting, he's six man again.
I think he gets more. I think he gets more starting because now that Cat gone, that frees him up between him and
Nah, Randall the 4 now. So you still gonna have Gobert.
I'm talking about 5. He come in at a 5.
Gobert gonna be running the 5.
Yeah, but Nas come in as a stretch 5 because he hit those threes. Gobert, he's just defense. So when it comes to matchup, and you got now remember NBA is starting to become a positionless league. So when
Nas ain't starting, which means he's coming off the bench.
I believe some nights he will start. He will because like I said, matchup wise, and then you're gonna have to see where Randall at. Randall gonna have to learn. He gonna have to learn between the 3 and the 4. I would have said Randall as most improved. He coming off injured too. I would say Randall, Julius Randall, most improved.
Cool. All right.
Could I say Ben Simmons?
No.
I mean, you can if you think he really gonna do something.
I don't. They show me highlights every summer of Ben Simmons shooting shots for threes. And
I just don't. But look though. But this is
plays 3 games and tells me
right.
that.
But this is where people need to also look. We got 2 superstars in 2 different sports, and they going through a quote unquote tragic or trauma moment, and their games has suffered drastically. You got Deshaun Watson in Cleveland and Ben Simmons, and it just goes to show that, you know, even though you might have the talent to do certain things, if you don't have the mental capacity to mesh with your physical abilities, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Because if you look at it, Deshaun, he led the league in total offense, touchdowns before he left Houston. Then he go through that traumatic moment with the lawsuits and stuff, and it just seemed like he just can't get back on track. Same thing with Ben Simmons. The playoffs when he was with Philly, missed that layup, whatever the case may be, got hurt. And
the problem with Ben Simmons is this: it goes back to when he was at LSU, and LSU didn't ask him to do anything outside of what he was doing. You know, they didn't ask him to shoot.
Right, but everybody know that shit, though. Yeah, but everybody
could do everything else. When instead he should have been working on his game at LSU.
Okay, but who picked who though?
I'm not saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying. LSU should have had him working on his game. That's where he should have been working. And then he just took the same game to the NBA, and it didn't transition.
Well, they was hoping that he came out like a Magic Johnson 2.0. You feel what I'm saying? Triple doubles.
But
That's what he was
Magic
doing.
was willing to shoot.
That's true. I mean, hey, again, listen, this is why you got your scouts and stuff. You got your scouts. Y'all was going through the process. Y'all knew what y'all was getting.
Yeah, they were sending us videos of him shooting, and he wasn't shooting. Like,
okay, but before you drafted him, you had him come in and do some workouts.
As a Sixers fan, I've just seen it all. I've had the worst
trauma.
The worst 15
trauma
years.
People. You're in trauma
years of
right
drama.
now. Trauma.
Yeah, like
trauma right there. He just telling y'all, watch out, don't pass out on trauma.